Hello dear learner, welcome to our third lesson on KCPE revision 2015 to 2019, and here we are going to deal with question 3. The first question: what is the difference between the total values of the digits in the thousands and a hundreds position in the number? This is 789,240. So the first thing you need to understand is the meaning of the word difference. Difference means subtraction or minus, or you're going to get the difference between the place values or the total values of 1,000 and 100 in this number. So this was tested in 2019 KCPE question number 3. So solution: the difference in subtraction, minus, or the sign indicated there. Total value of the digit in the thousands is 9. So you have ones, tens, hundred, thousands. So this is a 1,000. So it is 9 times 1,000. You get 9,000. That's the total value. While the total value of digit in the hundred position is 2. Ones, tens, hundred. So 2 times 100, you get a total value of 200. Therefore, the difference between this total value and this one is computed this way: 9,000 minus 200, you get 8,800. So the choice is B. Then we have part B. What is the value of 679 hundredths minus 40.0032 plus 5.01 to the nearest hundredths? So it is good to note here that this is hundredth with THS. So this one is different from the previous one, which is a hundreds. So in this one, it means they are decimals. So this one was tested in question 3 KCPE 2018. So solution: so in this case, you first of all need to put the like terms together, and in this one you start with addition. So 600 has a positive sign, 40 has a negative sign, and this one has a positive sign. So you add this one to that one. Never add this one to this. It is wrong because this 40 has this sign. So never add. These are common mistakes that people make. Don't add this one because they are there. So you add this one to this one. This is the one that carries positive here, but it is not indicated. So you add the 2, you get 9 plus 1, you get 0, carry 1, you get 8 here. Then the decimal point should be there. Then on the ones place value 5, 0, 6. Then subtract. Okay, subtract this one. So you put here a note here that even if you don't have values here, it means that there are zeros here. So you say 0 minus 8, it's not possible. You borrow 1 here. When you borrow 1 here, there will be remain 7. This will be 10. You borrow 1 to remain 9. Then you bring it here, it will be 10. You borrow 1, you are left with 9 here. Then you come here 10. Now it will be 10 minus 2, you get 8. Here we are left with 9. So 9 minus 3, you get a 6. Here also we are left with 9. So it is 9 minus 0, you get 9. Here when we borrowed 1, we are left with 7. So 7 minus 0, you get 7. Then here we have 5 minus 0, you get 5. 0 minus 6, not possible. You carry 1 from this one, you're left with 5. So it will be 10 minus 4, you get 6, and here you have 5. It is important to note that here we don't just drop this one. You borrow 1 because this one there are zeros. So now after checking that, you are told to reread, and we are told about the nearest hundreds. So it is not ones, tens, hundred, not this one. It is ones, we have tenth, then we have hundredths. So this is the hundred, so you underline this one and then you check the number that is next to the right. So this number 6, this 6 is greater than 5. So in this case it will you are going to add 1 here to get 0 or 10, then you carry 1, is going to be 8. So here is what you check. If it was 4, then this one could have remained as 9, but in this case it is greater than 5, or then this one will add 1 here, so our answer will be that one. So the choice is A. We have continue. Part C, a farmer harvests 10 tons of maize. He used 3,500 kilogram, which this one is the same as 3.5 tons, because 1,000 kilogram make 1 ton. It is good to remember that on food, and give 2,000 kg, which is 2 ton, to the neighbors. How many tons of maize did he sell? So he had this, he used that, and give this to the neighbors. So this is 2017 KCPE. So solution, used, you subtract, or gave, you subtract. So he used this one, it is like you're subtracting that, or gave out this to the neighbor, so you subtract. Good to note that. So it is 10 tons minus 3.5 tons after converting this one into tons, then minus 2 tons, or simply you can say 10 tons, you get the 2, you add, and then you subtract from 10 tons. In this case you get 10 tons minus 5.5, you get 4.5 tons. So our choice, or the answer, is 4.5, choice D. What is the value of this? So in this case you have several decimal places. It is good to count them. The decimal places means the number we have after the decimal point. So in this case we have 1. So if you have this one as 1 decimal place, this one we have 1, 2, 3, then this one we have only 1 decimal place. We have only 1 digit after the decimal point. So the total number of decimal places in the denominator is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What about the numerator? Here we have 2 digits after the decimal point. So this one has 1, 2. Then this one 1, 2. And this one we have 1. So total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are total of 5 decimal places in the numerator and 5 in the denominator. The best thing to do here is that you multiply with a number to remove the decimal places. This was tested in 2016, question number 3, and the solution is done this way. So there are 5 decimal places as we have counted denominator. Therefore multiply both denominator and numerator by 100,000. So 100,000 will remove the 5 decimal places in the denominator. The same should be done to the numerator. So in this case, when you multiply, it will remove all the decimal places. After removing, now we start doing the cancellation. And here we get by 7, you get 7. By 7, we get 3. Then we move by 7, you get 1, and that is 5 divided by 7, you get a 5. Then 5 divided by 5, you get a 1, and 15 divided by 5, you get a 3. What about 3 divided by 3, you get 1, and 3 divided by 3, you get 1. So you are left with 267 divided by 89. So 89 divided by 89, you get 1, and 267 divided by 89, you get a 3. So the answer is a 3. So the choices is C as the correct answer. We have E. What is the value of? This is a fraction tested in 2015, and this one we have different fractions and signs. So we have the positive, and also it is good to remind you that 5/6 also carries a positive, but it is not indicated. This one is carrying a positive here, this one is carrying a negative. So in this case, you write the BODMAS bracket of operation, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So in this case, we are going to start with division. Because we don't have bracket or operations, we're going to start with division. So we put the bracket to the neighboring sign of the, so this one and that one. So we put the bracket, and then we can change this one into improper fraction by 4 multiplying by the whole number to get 4 plus 3, you get 7/4. This one is that way. Then in the next stage, we change this one into multiplication, and this one results to reciprocal of this. So this one will come up and this one will go down. That is the meaning of reciprocal. So we get 12/7. So in this case, by 7, 1 by 7, you get 1. So this one will give you by 4, 1 by 4, you get a 3. So this one will be 1/1 times 3/7. So after that, you go to multiplication. So you just multiply this. 1 times 3, you get 3. 1 times 1, you get 1. So the next stage will be 5/6, and this one will now be 3/1 minus what? 1/3. In this case, we have now the positive and negative. In this case, the sign, you get the LCM of the 3. So 6 divided by 6, you get 6 times 5, you get 5. What about 6 divided by 1? You get 6. 6 times 3, you get 18. And finally, 6 divided by 3, you get 2 times 1, you get -1 here. So in this case, you will get 23 minus 2 to get 21/6. This translates into 3, then the remainder 3/6. So the mixed fraction, the improper fraction. So in this case, you'll have divide further or simplify further by 3. By 3 means 3 divided by 3, you get 1, and 6 divided by 3, you get a 2. So that is the correct answer. Check clearly from the answers and you get the answers. Then we have the assignment for this part to test your understanding. So you have the first question, the choices are provided. Read in between the lines to understand. Then part 2, read, understand, and then reread again, so before you draw the horizontal line in your answer sheet. Then the choices are provided. We have question 3, the choices are there. Then we have question 4, then the choices are there. Question number 5, what is the value? There you have to be very careful with the decimals, and then the cancellation. This one you require a lot of multiplication table. Then the choices are provided. Lastly, we have number 6, and here we have the question and the answers are there. Thank you, and we wish you success, and I hope you're enjoying mathematics. Thank you.